What's going on, people? It's Jimmy Lincoln with SpitFireHipHop.com. Today, I'm very happy to welcome Kingdom Come. We've posted his content on the site, and this is the first time that we've gotten an opportunity to sit down with him and ask him a few questions. Over the years, he's built a body of work rooted in gritty authenticity, rugged boom bap sensibilities, and vivid storytelling. His recent albums, Dirty Dozen 2 with G Fan Black and Burrow Reserve with producer Ruen, and I hope I'm pronouncing that properly.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Carry forward that tradition, each exploring sacrifice, identity, and the weight of one's own past. Today, I want to get into what makes those albums tick, how the collaborations shape the art, and what Kingdom Come sees for hip hop today. Kingdom Come,
My
welcome, man,
brother.
and thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's an honor. Appreciate you, Jimmy. Always appreciate the love. Always rock with Spitfire. We spit differently around here. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
big
sir.
salute to you and everyone tuned in.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know, man. It's an honor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
glad
Thank
we
you.
get to link too. We've been chopping it up for a minute, but it's officially the first time we kind of, you know, did this verbal intercourse. So yeah, man, looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as I said, man, we're gonna talk about the two albums. I know that doesn't come easy, man. You dropped them kind of back to back, and that takes a lot of concentration, dedication. Um, when you set out to make Dirty Linens 2 versus Burrow Reserve, what was stirring inside of you emotionally, mentally that you needed to express?
I mean, at this point in my career, bro, I'm sitting on so much music, and I fight within myself how much music to put out because, Barrel Reserve was my third album, and the Dirty Linens 2 is the fourth album I dropped this year, not counting singles and videos and all that.
Right.
On the strength of Dirty Linens, the first project, shout out to my brother G Fan Back and everyone that was on mixing that, produced that project. We've been sitting on that album for like 4 or 5 months. I think we dropped it in November of last year. And I'd say like December, January, I hit him up and I was like, yo, let's, because the album did really well. It was received well. G's a beast. So like me and him have a good time when we make music. It's just fun. Definitely bring out that dark side. But honestly, bro, that Dirty Linens 2, I'm not even gonna bullshit you. We did it in maybe a weekend. Like I sent him like 4 joints and I was like, yo, here's 4 joints with verses on them. He ping-ponged them back to me, and no lie, like the album was done in less than a week as far as me and him recording everything. So we were like, yo, this album's so dope, let's put it out. Barrel Reserve was kind of like, I won't say it's the leftovers, but me and Ruen put out Malbec 2 like middle of last year, and we had a few leftover joints from that album, and it was kind of like a play on the Malbec thing, Barrel Reserve, like select cuts. We ended up scrapping all those and just going with a different vibe sonically. Is a little more of a jazzier album.
Okay.
And then just we ended up doing new material for it, and then that was the first project me and him put out for the year because Ruen's my producer, he's my DJ, he's my engineer. Me and him have a like strong work ethic, so that was like the first project we put out. When doing Barrel Reserve, like everything I do music, man, it's I just try to catch the vibe, and I'm in a real comfortable zone with my music now, so it's just I just let it go. I don't like holding on to too much stuff these days. I want to die with my music in me, so I'm just trying to put it out there.
How much? Speaking of that, how much more music do you have, man? I mean,
for this,
are we going to see some?
Yeah. I mean, I got projects for the next 2-3 years lined up.
Okay.
So it's just like there's a Halloween album dropping in a couple weeks. We'll drop a single. Brujos is like the second year I've done it. Me and Ruen like do this Halloween themed album with my brother Che Uno, who's one half of the Los Chicos Criollos group, this Spanglish group we got. It's just a different chamber, some more darker, I won't say horrorcore, but like Gravedigger-esque
Okay.
esoteric type vibe. So we got that dropping in October. That's the volume two. We do those every year now. And I got a couple other projects, but I'm gonna just hold on for next year. Maybe
Okay.
let loose a couple singles, couple videos. But yeah, there's always ammo in the clip, man.
Now you mentioned G Fan Black and the type of energy, man. What was it like creating, with him? And did you were you guys in the studio together or what? Because when we hear him, man, it's just it's
That
it's a
baritone,
yeah, man, it's
he's
a
a
lot. It's
bear.
heavy, right? It's heavy.
Yeah,
What,
yeah, yeah. No,
what,
he's nasty, man. I love G. To me, he's one of the nastier cats in the underground. We linked up on the strength of, I think a couple years ago he had hit me up for a couple features, and we just developed a real strong bond. I haven't gone up to Boston yet to kick it with the brother, but we got plans to do it.
okay,
We talk on the phone. He hides his face. Not many people see his true appearance, but nah, it's just organic, man. Like he puts me in that just raspy. I told he was like, bro, you put me on my square, and I'm like, we just bring out. It was fun. Like the first album was real fun. This
right.
one was just a lot darker. But that's my brother right there. I'm on all his albums. We constantly working on music together.
No, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. And let's talk about the production on both of them, right?
Yeah,
Same
yeah. So,
producer.
yep.
You said Ruin's your DJ as well.
Mhm.
When did that working relationship start?
So I've been rocking with Ruen for 20 plus years now.
Okay.
Um, when he's originally from Cali, but when he moved down to Miami, mid 2000, early 2000s, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In Miami, he was one of the bigger club DJs out there, South Beach. He's a scam artist, like he's under the agency that on and a bunch of other DJs. Like so, he was a big club DJ in Miami. Still is. Even though the scene in Miami's changed a lot. But we originally linked up because he was living next to my man Il Vibe, which is another producer friend of mine, and we just got back then he wasn't producing, he was just DJing. He lived with me for a couple years. Just strong friendship through the love of music and stuff like that. And we started working on music together. He started getting more on the production side of it, and the rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's like my right hand to this music thing. Any cuts you hear, it's always Ruin. And that's like, my in-house producer for sure. That's my brother right there. Label mates, we run business together. So yeah, that's family.
I see, and I see you moving around a lot, man. You're everywhere. I catch your videos, man. You do it, man. I mean, do you
Heavy is the
sleep at all?
crown, my friend. It ain't for the faint of heart. I'm a full-time dad before I'm anything, but how bad do you want it? If anybody who knows me personally, like I'm working constantly, while we doing this interview, I'm doing some admin work because, you run a label, you wearing every fucking hat, as you're
Right.
doing publishing, you're doing this, contract reviews. It's always something. So I just love it, man. Like, I love the grind. I love the hustle. I love to be able to do my art and it be received. So I'm just trying to keep it growing and keep it building, honestly.
Right. No, and it definitely shows through what you're doing, man, that that you love what you're doing. And let's talk to me about a specific song on either album. Maybe one that was the hardest to write or record, where you
Uh,
felt maybe, you were kind of in a dialogue with yourself or
mm,
wrestling with someone inside or something inside.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's the core of what I like doing. I'd say, like for Barrel Reserve, like I said, we ended up scrapping a lot of the joints and going with a whole new music because just sonically it took a different lane for me. So I just wanted to be authentic to that. Um, the two songs that radiate for me off the Barrel Reserve album are the first single, "Cracks in the Foundation," which is more like a introspective joint, just touching on society, thoughts, just a day as I'm driving through my old neighborhood in Miami, just thinking about my son, the world. It's just that, and that's kind of where that song came about. And the same
Okay.
thing with Ends Meet, which ended up being one of the songs that people gravitated towards more. And it's definitely more on a conscious tip, just touching on everyday things we go through as human beings, as men in life, dealing with the scope of the land as things are right now, in
Right.
Babylon. So those two joints, that's at the core of what I love doing. I love being able to pour that. It's not a cup of tea for everyone. So like, I'll do the rapidy rap stuff and yeah, bars are nice and all that. But at the end of the day, what are you saying? So even if I got to sneak it in there, I'm always be dropping, you know, tidbits of insight or pieces of myself or my thoughts, points, views of the world,
Right.
Um, on Dirty Linens 2, it's just a barbaric, nasty, grimy album. So it was just fun to do. Where just me and G just chopping heads back and forth. Um, I really like the first single, "The Sacrifice." That's like the first one we did, and it was like, yeah, that's the culmination of what me and him are. But the second single, the Michelle Lamy, is a real dark record, and if you listen to it, it's kind of like after we did it, I was like, yo, this might be a little too dark. It's kind of like touching on ritualistic things within the music industry and of the occult
Right.
world, and it's me and him kind of like story form. So we didn't know if we wanted to do it as a second single, but I just thought, it would be it's being received well. It's just with Halloween record for it.
No, and it's a lot of that stuff is coming to the light as well, man. It
You can
more
only
and
sweep
more.
shit under the rug for so long. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the veil
Right.
is lifted. So you see
Right.
behind the Wizard of Oz's curtain, and you see, So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Everything's coming to light.
you see a little guy behind the curtain on the little bicycle pedaling. you know.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's a song for, exactly what's going on right now.
absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
So let's talk about the Dirty Linens 2 and the Barrel Reserve albums.
Yeah.
If they were actual dishes on the menu, what kind of meal would each one be?
Mm, that's good. I'm a foodie motherfucker, so that's phenomenal. I'd say Barrel Reserve would be a fine like a a nice Italian or French high end restaurant. Nice
Okay.
cup of Malbec wine. You got a nice fillet. Uh, you know, real choice potatoes, maybe a lobster tail. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's kind of what we're dealing with. Good hollandaise sauce, the raw sauce for the steak. That's Barrel Reserve. If we talking dirty linens, too, that's gonna be 5-day old meatloaf rotted in a microwave. That's just rancid in an apartment that ain't been cleaned in 2 months. That's dirty linens too. So the polarities are a little different. You know what I mean?
Right, right. No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. you go from fine dining to some really, nasty stuff, huh?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
What would you say? Uh, what's the funniest or most unexpected thing you've ever happened that thing that ever happened to you while you were performing live?
Oh, that's a good question. Other than like the panties and bras, I had that happen to me in the Czech Republic. I was performing at a cannabis festival, a big one out there in Prague, which is an amazing city. Yeah, a couple chicks threw bras and panties, and
Okay.
it was just pretty dope.
So you're a real rock star now, man.
What's that?
I said you're a real rock star now.
I tried to,
Like, no,
Yeah, pretty
that
much
that
that.
that
Maybe someone crowd diving, off the stage and kind of
okay.
hurting themselves, but Yeah, I'd rather take the panties and the bras.
Right. Anytime, right? Anytime.
Facts.
So you talked about your longevity and the industry, man. And what how has your mindset changed since when you first started, opposed to what you envision, what you go through to record now, and are you paying attention differently because now you have a family, you have children? Explain that mindset early on to maturity now.
That's beautifully said. I mean, you know what? When I first got into this, I mean, I've been doing music for a long time. Whether just I'm a student of this, so to me, whether I'm cooking a dish or getting dressed or playing music or a record or making music, to me it's art. So to me, it's creation. I have to create every facet of my life, or I don't exist. I lose my mind. It's how I stay sane. When I got into it, it just, I'm a hip hop head. Hip hop saved my life. When I met it at 12 years old, it changed everything. From freestyling in the park, skipping school, to starting to take it serious and starting a label in my early 20s, and being with various crews and getting beat by the music industry, and managing artists and having money, losing money, like all the woes that you can experience. I've gone through them. Failed record contracts, backstabbing, you name it. But through all of that, I, I, I don't know if it's that I'm just such a hard-headed motherfucker that when I set my eyes to something, like, I want you to tell me I can't do it. So adversities have always been there. It's always gonna be there, but I've always like endured and wanted to do the music I love. I think it was around the time when my son was born. After being in multiple crews, having multiple record labels, having success, having defeat, losses, blood, sweat, and tears. It wasn't until the point where I was like, yo, fuck the music industry. Fuck what they say. I don't, fuck having to have a hit, getting placements, radio stuff. Because remember, I'm from Miami. I'm still from the South. So, like, people might, I was raised on Two Live Crew regardless, like,
Right.
even though I got a more up north flow, or like, that's what my style. But it wasn't to that point where I was just like, yo, fuck, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. Fuck the music standard. That's when I started my Walking with Enoch music, the imprint that I have to this day. That I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. And then, it's been a rough 10, 15 years, or even before that, but I'm just comfortable now to where it's like, okay, I can make a decent amount of money off my art, and I'm happy with that, bro. Like, if there's levels to achieve, it's great. As now a man in his 40s, that I don't rely on music solely. Like, I do it because I love it. Because as you know, this don't pay the bills. I
Right.
put in more than I make off of this, but there's certain accolades that I've reached that I'm really proud of. But it's not. I don't do it for that. I do it for I remember the 14, 15-year-old kid listening to Public Enemy or Wise Intelligent and Poor Righteous Teachers, and what that did to me. That's always at the forefront of everything. So I love hip hop, and I'm gonna be in my 70s, 80s, still putting out music, Lord willing. And I think at this point I'm just comfortable, bro. I'm just having a good time, and I'm gonna just keep shitting on motherfuckers and putting out high level quality art. That's until a big bag comes around, which is cool. I welcome all that. It's
Right.
fine.
Right. Of course. Of
Had it,
course.
I've lost it, but the art is primary to anything. Always,
Right.
always will be.
And
I'll
and
never sacrifice that.
and you mentioned, going through certain things, failed contracts,
Oh, bro, you name it.
people lying. Now you have your own label. Do you have artists on the label
I stopped
that
doing that. I used to manage
okay.
a lot of artists. Like, I had some deals fall through in the early 2000s. I used
Okay.
to do a lot of artist management, music publishing, that type of stuff. Just I have a phrase: I hate rappers, I hate the music industry. I just I don't think I could take on some managing anyone again. It's just, I'm gonna do what I like. I'm gonna manage myself, and control my destiny, and do the music I like. Because at the end of the day, I do shit I like. You know, if
Right.
it's received,
Right.
dope, awesome. But yeah, nah. The art is my salvation. It's how I stay sane in this world, brother.
No, good stuff, man. That's good stuff. And are there moments from either album where you felt like you had to, give a little more, where, to expose parts of yourself, of your talents?
Yeah, from a personal level, you mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I try to do that in every album. Peel the veil back and just, put my heart on the table. I think as an artist, it's the hardest thing to do. Like, you literally stand naked and, you got
Right.
judgment here online, this and that. But if you stand firm in who you are and you got knowledge of self and you know what's in your heart, and if it's you, what, you know,
Right.
I try to do personal stuff every time. I think the hardest song I've ever done was probably on All Beasts Show Their Teeth One, that album. It was around the time my mom passed. I did a song for her. It was like a one take. I still can't listen to this song that these days, it's a painful one. And then losing my dad, I did one for him on the Malbec 2 Deluxe album.
Okay.
Um, but I have one coming out. It's the next album me and Ruen have. It's gonna drop probably February or March. There's gonna be a video and a single. The first one I'm letting it off probably November, December, and then just gonna tease a couple singles. The first one's with DV Elias Christ. There's one with Scam and Ill Bill on it that'll drop right around the time the album drops. And there's a song on that project that I did to my son, specifically talking to him, and it's like
Okay.
one of my favorite songs, because that's the type of shit I live for, man. You know.
No, that's good. And does your son listen to your music now, or is he old
Oh,
enough to?
absolutely. Yeah, all
Okay.
his friends are like, your dad's the shit, you know what I'm saying? But him, like, he's been around this since he was a baby. He was in studios, you know,
Okay.
with artists. He was a baby. He was 10 months old going to the studio, and like he's been, yeah, whatever. I don't want to be like dad. I don't want to, like, he's got his own. I go to
Right.
concerts with him, and it's probably the first time I ever really felt old going to listen to the shit he listens to. But I treat it with an open ear, and like, it's a beautiful thing
Right. Right. No, that's cool. That's cool.
for
If
sure.
if you if you could take one track from Dirty Linens to or Borough Reserve and
Hmm.
show it to your younger self and say 10, 15 years ago,
Mm.
um what would what would you share with that younger Kingdom Come?
That's pretty dope. Um, hmm. I'd say off the Dirty Linens too, it'd probably be this joint called the Preacher's Handshake.
Okay.
Um, every time I listen to it, I devoured that verse. It's just disgusting. Sometimes I listen to it, I'm like, damn, if my younger self could hear that, like, damn, look where you've come. Probably that joint, and because I'm still a fan of this shit, man. First and foremost, I'm a student of the game, like,
Right.
before anything, like, um, and then off of Barrel Reserve, man, that project, honestly, that whole project was kind of like, I hate to say it because even Ruen trips out when I say it. It was kind of like a throwaway project, right? It was like,
Wow.
we haven't put anything out since Malbec 2. Yeah, let's just put this Barrel Reserve thing out, and it's been received so well. It's still doing so well. Out of all the projects I dropped this year, I dropped Arepa and Manteca with the Equation Beats, which is a Spanglish album. Then I did Alchemy 2 with Onaje, which is like a more esoteric, high frequency, you know, keys of knowledge type of joint. And then we did the Barrel Reserve. Um, I really like the sound we captured with that album. Like I'm just
Right.
really comfortable having fun, and it's just like not so hardcore. Like there's some hardcore records on there. It's grimy, but it's a very jazzy type of project, and like to
Right.
just to try different things. You know what I'm saying? Like the younger me, you know, being raised off of like, Sons of Man and Wu Tang would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
but yeah, man, I'm still learning every day. I'm still growing. Um, so as long as I can continue to do that, I think my younger self would be amazed at how
No,
far we've come.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And if hip hop had a whole of superheroes,
Oof, it
what
does.
would you what would your superhero alter ego what would it be? What would it be called?
Oof.
And what type of power would you have?
Mine specifically, that's
Yes.
fucking might be the best question I ever. Oof. My hip hop superhero.
Yeah, if you had an alter ego, like, a lot of people have alter egos.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If you had one, it was a superhero. What would it be, and what would you do? What would that superpower be?
Mm. I mean, the blow whack MCs to Kingdom Come, literally.
I like that.
Like with just a book of rhymes, just
Right,
you know, just
right.
bamboo. Take MCs to a different dimension. Um, yeah, probably that. I'd have to think about that one now, and I'm gonna have to like because everybody got AKAs and stuff, but I've never
Right.
really like. I said you got me with that one, Jimmy. That's a good one, bro. I'm gonna have to off of this one. It might spawn a comic book.
Okay, okay. No, that sounds good, man. That sounds good. Looking ahead, man, how do you want the story of Kingdom Come to be remembered? Say, 10, 15, 20 years from now,
Say
especially through
50,
the
because I'm trying to
uh
be here a lot. Let's say 50. I'm trying to be here a
fi-
lot longer.
yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. 50 years from now, how do you want to be remembered?
Um, man, just for the art, just for authenticity, authentic, wearing my heart on my sleeve and just putting the art first and just being a nasty motherfucker that can do it all. Concepts, bars, what do you want? And still educate the masses and you know, be able to inspire the next generation and like how the torch was passed on to me by the generation before me that sparked me to become who I am and like to carry on tradition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd say that.
No, good, good, good. And um as you work on what's to come. I know you say you have albums, a lot of material
Oh
just
yeah,
waiting
the
to
clip is
release.
loaded, bro. Fully loaded.
Just ready to release it. Um, how are you carrying forward, say, lessons from what you put in on Dirty Linens 2 and also Borough Reserve? Um, what will you hold close about these two projects that you released recently?
I just think with every project, every song, everything I put out, it just gets elevated to a next level to where I amaze myself as far as like the quality, the skill level, and then how it's being received. So like, you know, for people to start tapping in and like realizing like the catalog's deep, man. I got 20 plus albums,
Wow.
that are out there. I can't
Right,
even
right.
I don't even know, but Dirty Linens 2 might be my 25th, 24th, third album. I don't even know. But go back and check the catalog, man. It's just quality, it's just gourmet rap,
Right, right. And if there's one, um, or maybe it could be a couple of hip hop, say legends. Uh, if you could trade places with them for a short amount of time, who would that be, and why would you want to trade places with them?
I wouldn't want to trade places with anyone, brother. Only trading places I'm doing is Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, which I watch that movie every year. Um, nah, man, I don't envy anybody, but I admire many, and I've been inspired by many. Um, but yeah, no, I stand in my own too. Proud to be me. Uh, yeah,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So what do we have to look forward to? I know you released these two, but what's coming next? Any videos on for these projects? I know you released some of them, but are you releasing
Yeah,
any?
yeah. There's about three videos for Barrel Reserve out there. I think that's it. We three or four. Otherworldly's the one that just dropped. Um, so Barrel Reserve's just gonna keep fine wine, just sit there. It's gonna age with beauty over time. Dirty Linens 2, we dropped the Sacrifice video, the Michelle Lammy, and actually today the last joint on the album, which is one of my favorite tracks. It's called Pressure Makes Diamond, where me and G are just talking about growing up, adolescent stuff, situations as kids, hardships, things like that. A good friend, Sela, did a crazy like 7 minute short film. It's on
Okay.
my IG now. It's wild. So we're just gonna keep pushing that, keep pushing the album, and yeah, I got Brujo season 2 dropping in October. Um, and then there's two or three more Ruen albums in the clip ready to go. I got a project with my brother Voltage Controller out of LA that's mixed mastered. We're just trying to figure out when that drops because he's been busy with Alchemist and Erica Badu with that whole run
Okay.
that they're doing. But
Okay.
we got a really dope album in the clip with that one. Me and Ruen got probably three or four or five more albums. I got All Beast 3 coming out. I got a lot of stuff in the pot. So I'm just moving cautiously, trying to get the bag and opportunities to open up, and
Right.
then start moving like that, a little more business minded with how the music comes out, because it is music business. So we tr-
Right.
we
Right.
try we trying to spread this thing of ours. So um, yeah, and then just keep working, brother. Keep my
Right.
head down and keep putting out quality
Right. Right. No,
over
we can't.
quantity.
We can't forget the business part of things.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where a lot of my peers and I don't seen it happen with some of the most talented people. Um, yeah, it's rough, man. I wouldn't, if I didn't love the music shit, I would not be in this because this
Right.
you talk about cutthroat. Blood sport is one thing. This is like next level. Um, but we swim with sharks every day, so
Every day, man. Every day, and you survive every day too. So
and we're looking good too. So
right. Right.
we thriving. So
Right.
it's all
Thriving.
love.
Right.
Absolutely.
So where can people find you online, man? Where can they connect with you? Where can they buy merch or albums or
Yeah, yeah. The website is Kingdom Come Music. Come is with a K, no C. Kingdom Kome music.com. Full discography is there. Links to the shop, everything. You can go on the Bandcamp. IG and Twitter is Kingdom Come Kome, Kingdom Kome. My Facebook got deleted because the algorithm is nasty now, and I had lost my IG like a couple months ago. Some
okay?
haters got me banned and took a crazy mission to get it back. I lost a bunch of my pages, but it's back up. But other than that, hit the website, hit me on IG, hit the Twitter. I got a little international tour I'm doing in South America and Argentina, where I'm from next month. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, and then that's it, man. Just tap in with me. Features, bookings, always looking to collab and work.
No, that's good stuff. Kingdom Come, man. I appreciate your time. All
Jimmy,
the best to
appreciate
you,
you.
man. And we'll have to
Salute.
do this again when you
Absolutely.
get
Well,
back from Argentina.
January, I'll see you on your
January.
your neck of the woods.
Sounds good, man.
All right, my brother.
All
Much
right.
respect. Appreciate your
Sa-
time, brother.
Same, man. Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
All right, one.